In this video, we're going to talk about the Arise crossover in SaaS. We'll also talk about how to break down silos between sales, customer success, and product, so that you can scale your customer success organization like a pro. Let's get started. First off, what is the Arise crossover? The Arise crossover is basically breaking down the silos between sales, customer success, and product. There are three main pillars of the Arise methodology. First is data crossover, which means sharing data between sales and customer success. Second is process crossover, which means sharing processes between sales and customer success. And lastly, team crossover, which means having people who are truly embedded from each of these teams. The first step for implementing the Arise crossover is to centralize your data. This is key because if you don't have centralized data, it's going to be very hard to share data across sales and customer success. It's going to be very hard to know what your customer success manager should be doing on a day-to-day basis. And you won't be able to track important metrics across the two teams. For example, let's say that you have customers who are at risk of churning. You need to make sure that you're notifying the sales team and the customer success manager. So first thing that you need to do is to identify what those customers are that are at risk of churning. Then you want to create a system, whether that be an app or just a simple email notification that will notify the sales rep and the customer success manager that a customer is at risk of churning. For example, if a customer hasn't logged in 30 days, send out an email to the sales rep and the CSM. There are a lot of different tools that you can use to implement the first step of the Arise methodology, but my favorite tool is Gainsight. Gainsight is a great tool for tracking customer health and predicting churn. They have a lot of different features like surveys, usage tracking, and alerts. For example, you could set up a survey that asks customers how likely they are to recommend your product to a friend. You could also set up usage tracking to monitor how often customers are using your product. And then you can set up alerts to notify your sales and customer success teams when a customer meets a certain criteria. If you're looking for an alternative to Gainsight, another tool that I recommend is Mixpanel. Mixpanel is a great tool for tracking product usage and behavior. It's really easy to set up and use, and it has a lot of the same features as Gainsight. It's not specifically built for customer success, but it's a great tool nonetheless. The second step of the Arise methodology is automating your handoffs. This means creating a system for when leads or customers move from one stage to another. For example, when a lead becomes a customer, you want to make sure that there is an automated way for them to be handed off to customer success. This can be done through a lot of different tools. My favorite tool for this is Zapier. Zapier is a great tool for automating workflows. It connects different apps together so that you can create custom workflows. So for example, you could create a Zap that connects your CRM to your customer success platform. When a lead becomes a customer in your CRM, it would automatically create a customer record in your customer success platform. This would make it really easy to hand off customers to your customer success team without having to do anything manually. Another tool that you can use to automate your handoff process is Slack. If you use Slack as your main communication tool, you can create a simple bot that does the same thing. When a lead becomes a customer, the bot would notify the customer success manager and add them to the relevant channels. This way, the CSM would be able to see everything that's going on with the customer and stay up to date on any issues or questions that they have. The third step of the Arise methodology is to track shared metrics. This means identifying metrics that both sales and customer success care about and then tracking those metrics together. This is important because it helps both teams to align on what's important and work together to achieve those goals. So for example, let's say that both sales and customer success care about increasing product usage. They could track the average usage per customer over time. By tracking this metric together, sales and customer success can work together to figure out ways to increase usage, which will ultimately lead to more renewals and less churn. You can use a lot of different tools to track your shared metrics, but my favorite tool is Mixpanel again. Mixpanel makes it really easy to track product usage and behavior. So you can track things like the average usage per customer or the number of active users per month. Mixpanel also integrates with a lot of other tools like Google Analytics and Facebook. So you can track your shared metrics in one place without having to go to multiple different sources. The fourth step of the Arise methodology is to hold regular cross-team syncs. This means having regular meetings where the sales and customer success teams get together and discuss shared goals, progress against those goals, and any roadblocks that they're facing. These meetings are important because they provide an opportunity for the two teams to align, learn from each other, and build relationships. During these meetings, the sales team can provide customer success with insights into the customer's business and how they're using the product. This can help customer success develop more effective strategies for engaging with the customer. Customer success can also share feedback with the sales team about the product. This can help the sales team sell the product more effectively. So for example, let's say that the sales team hears from a customer that they're having trouble using a certain feature in the product. The sales team can share this feedback with the product team so that they can fix the issue. Regular cross-team syncs are essential for aligning sales and customer success and moving the needle on shared goals. Without regular syncs, it's easy for the two teams to get out of sync and work on different things. This can lead to duplicated efforts, wasted time, and ultimately missed goals. So now that we've talked about the 4 steps to implement the Arise methodology, let's take a look at some of the results that you can expect to see. First, you'll see faster onboarding times. This is because sales and customer success will be aligned on what needs to happen when a new customer comes on board. This will eliminate the back and forth that often happens between the two teams when onboarding a new customer. Second, you'll see higher expansion revenue. This is because the sales and customer success teams will be working together to identify opportunities to expand within existing accounts. This includes upselling existing customers on additional products or services, or simply getting them to use your product more. Third, you'll see lower churn. This is because the sales and customer success teams will be aligned on at-risk customers and what needs to happen to turn that around. This will help you retain more customers and grow your business. Overall, the Arise methodology is a great way to improve the relationship between sales and customer success. It helps to break down silos between the two teams so that you can achieve your business goals. By following the 4 steps that we outlined in this video, you can start implementing the Arise methodology in your own business and start seeing results right away. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching,